So let's talk about the reason why you should have a system of accountability in your life. Many of us have so many goals that we want to achieve, right? Like, for an example, let's talk about you wanting to lose weight. And I can guarantee you, sometimes when you start your weight loss journey, is that you're very motivated in terms of the goal that you want to achieve. You start off and you're ready to pay for the gym because you have experienced so much pain regarding how your body looks. You look at yourself in the mirror and then you're not happy. And then one day you decide, you know what, I am going to join the gym. Or maybe you decide to yourself, I am going to start jogging. I'm going to start doing aerobic exercises, maybe in my garage or join a boot camp. Yet also at the same time is that despite that initial motivation that you may have, what you need for you to carry yourself till the end, for you to achieve your goals so that you can achieve those goals, what you need to do is that you need to implement a system of accountability. Understand that, as David Goggins puts it, is that your mind has a tactical advantage over you at all times. Your mind has a tactical advantage over you at all times, meaning that your mind is curated or it has developed in such a way that it wants to do the least amount possible. It doesn't want to feel pain. If your body tells your mind that we are feeling pain, then your mind is going to try to find ways to get out of that pain. For example, let's say you start jogging. And if you decide to say, okay, I'm going to just jog around my place, maybe you're cycling around your area, your block, and where you live, what's going to happen is that the moment when you start feeling tired and you feel like, ish, maybe I should stop this jog, what's going to happen is that your mind is going to try to find the quickest way route to get back to your home. So you realize that because you've been jogging around circles around your area, then your mind will say, no, man, we are close to home. Let's go back home. Instead of, let's say you actually run in a straight line and then you run 4 kilometers out, right? You run 4 kilometers directly away from your house. The moment when you start feeling tired, your mind is going to say, okay, what's the quickest way for us to get back? But then you realize, okay, but I'm 4 kilometers out. Now your mind is forced to actually continue running and run the rest of the 4 kilometers coming back because you gave yourself no way out. And that is the first thing that you want to start implementing when you want to achieve a specific goal, is to give yourself no way out. Because the moment when you always have a plan B, when you always have a way out, your mind is going to find that and it's going to start justifying why you should run only around your area, so that the moment when you want to quit, you don't finish the 8 kilometers, you only do the 4 kilometers. And that's the first thing that I want to lead to, is to say that if you want to achieve any goal, the first system of accountability that you have to implement is to give yourself no way out. Like I said, your mind has a tactical advantage over your body, over your goals, over your life at all times. So you need to find a way to give yourself no way out. If you, let's say you have 1,000 rands to invest in a business or buy some products, what you don't want to do is just only buy those products worth 100 rands, because now you didn't give yourself no way out. You have an extra 900 rands that you might end up spending in other ways, while you had committed a whole 1,000 rands for business. Like, for when it comes to relationships, like you want to rebuild your relationship with your partner, and what you need to start doing now is to start declaring that you're going on a date with your partner on a specific day. Like, even when you tell friends, family, your pastor, your relationship guide, or and even your partner, you start telling them that, you know what, Friday nights are our nights, or Saturday nights are our nights, Sunday afternoons are our days, whereby we are going to spend time and actually commit towards rebuilding a relationship if it's fallen apart. or building a solid relationship with your partner. Also spiritually, I mean, if you go into church and you are Christian and religious, are you committed to the church? Are you committed towards adding value to the church? Or maybe you are atheist and you don't believe whatever that you believe. Like, are you committed to being around other people that are spiritually liberated and are doing things? So when you give yourself no way out and you put yourself in a position whereby you will be held accountable, that is the first system that you must implement if you are going to try to achieve any goal, is to find a way to give yourself no way out. If you want to lose weight, let's say by jogging, it's time for you to find other people that are actually running marathons, that are actually running runs, going to fun walk, and be around that community and commit to whatever that they are doing, so that they will also hold you accountable. So the moment when you start, okay, I'm committing, let's say you're paying money for the gym, that's you telling yourself, I'm giving myself no way out. You running longer distance, that's you giving yourself no way out. You telling your partner that every Sunday afternoon we're going to spend it together and this is just our time. That's you committing and giving yourself no way out. Every time when you participate at your church, when you participate with other people that are doing, let's say, spiritually enlightened things, that's you giving yourself no way out. And the second step around you building a system of accountability is also committing to being around people that also have the same goal as you. So, with me, what I've noticed around, especially people that are trying to lose weight, that I've been giving advice to, is that they will start off by going to the gym and, let's say, signing up with their friend, right? But however, their friend was never interested in losing weight in the first place. So now you have somebody who was not interested in your goal, and for some reason you managed to sort of like coerce or force them into being part of your goal. When things get tough, that's when they will quit. When things get tough, that is when they will quit. So you have to understand that the second step in you making sure that you're going to achieve your goal is by committing with other people that have a similar goal. Because not only will those people hold you accountable, but they will push you at your point of failure. For the example of jogging. So instead of you jogging alone, why don't you start also finding an athletics club around you of people that also jog? Why don't you also find a club of people around you that are going to boot camps, a cycling club, any athletic club, anything that will get you to be around a community of people that are working out, a community of people that are trying to achieve a specific goal. Because at your point of failure, you will look to your left, you will look to your right, and you will see somebody continuing on with that journey, and then it will motivate you, it will keep that fire in you to say, you know what, don't quit on yourself. Because if your fellow human being, if your fellow comrade, if your fellow friend is also in the same boat as you and they are continuing with that journey, then most likely you are going to want to commit yourself. So like I said, the first thing is to give yourself no way out, because your mind will always find a way to get out of the situation. The next thing you need to do is to commit with people. Don't force people that are not interested. Most of the time, if you have a goal, I can guarantee you, your family members are not going to be with you in the execution of trying to achieve that goal. Your friends are not going to be with you. They are not going to be your biggest supporters, because they never had that goal in mind in the first place. So the biggest mistake you can make is think that they're going to go with you along the journey. What you need to do is cut out all the negativity. Your co-workers, unfortunately, they are not going to support you. You need to find people that are on a similar journey and that can always motivate and guide you. And now, the other thing that you need to implement as you are trying to achieve your goal is find people that are 10, 20 years ahead of you. Because the thing that you have to understand is that you do not need to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to say it again. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Most of the time, the thing that you're trying to achieve, somebody has already achieved it. Somebody has gone through that path. Even you might even find people that have been in a worse situation than you. This is how you get yourself to be there faster. Because if you have somebody who's 10, 20 years ahead of you, somebody who has walked the path, somebody who has made the mistakes that you are going to make if you're moving alone, then it cuts your learning curve. It cuts your time and shorten it for you to achieve your goal. It doesn't make it easier, but it makes it simpler. I mean, if you have to run 10 kilometers, you have to run 10 kilometers. But if you are somebody who already knows how to run 42 kilometers or is running marathons, what you can do then is that they will show you on what should you eat, how can you prepare, how can you move your body, how to stretch properly, how to stay consistent, how to run at a pace that is at your level so that you can start increasing your pace, how to look at elevations, like when there's an elevation coming up, how to picture it, how to pace yourself in order to finish a whole marathon. So then that helps you to not worry, or even some of the injuries that might occur. Like for example, for me, I also like running, but when I started running, and then I used to like to run every day, right? And then after 3 days of running every day, I realized that my legs were hurting, my legs were painful, and I wondered why. And then that's when I discovered that if I want to run marathons, I don't need to run every day, because when I run every day, I'm using up the same muscles every day, and that can lead to injuries. Your muscles need to rest. Your muscles need to get a break so that they can grow. But when I started speaking also with other people that ran, like 3 years later that ran, they're like, yeah, we don't run every day. Like I run on Monday and then I take 2 days rest. Then they run again on Wednesday or Thursday, and then they take another 2 days rest, and then they run again on maybe on Saturday or on a Sunday. And then I discovered, oh, what if I had known before that I don't need to run every day? Then I would have not suffered when I was starting to run. So remember, commit so that you give yourself no way out. Secondly, not just commit with people that have the same goal and mindset as what you're trying to achieve. And lastly, find people that are already ahead of you, because there is no need for you to reinvent the wheel. At the end of the day, if you want the results, you want to get there as fast as possible. Doesn't mean that you're going to get a shortcut, but at least they can help you and help you overcome some of the speed bumps you might face, help you avoid some of these small hills while you are trying to achieve that mountain that you're trying to climb up. So, at the end of the day, if you want to achieve your goals, make sure that you commit. Commit. And then what you do is that you build a system of accountability. Because I can tell you, like I said at the beginning, your mind always has a tactical advantage over you. You know from your previous experience that when you try to do things alone, when you did not commit to not giving yourself a way out, when you did not learn from people who are already there, you failed. You couldn't achieve the goal that you wanted. You wanted to be in better shape. You wanted to make more money. You wanted to have better relationship with your spouse, your kids, your lover, your acquaintances, your friends, or the people around you. Or you wanted to grow spiritually so that you can know what your purpose is. You can understand how the universe works. You can understand all the universal laws that actually govern the universe. If you don't know those things, you won't be able to achieve your goals. And if you don't have a system that is put in place to always keep you moving in that direction, you will always fall. Because trust me, listen here, there's just too many things that are happening in today's world that are grabbing our attention. From the food, I mean, when you think about food, KFC, all these other fast food restaurants, they are trying to capture your attention, and they are going to derail you. Let's say you're trying to lose weight. From the television, if you're trying to make money, social media, the radio, music, everything around you, clubs, places where people congregate, but they're not talking about business. All these things are meant to capture your attention. And if you don't have that system in place, more than likely you won't be able to start that business that you want. Or you'll start, but you won't have the consistency to see it through. Things like relationships. You have friends that are single. You have family members that are single. You have acquaintances that are single. You have general people in the world that are also single, and they are not helping you with your relationship, let's say with your kids, your partner, or your friends, or other people. So your relationships never grow because you have placed yourself around people that are single, or placed yourself around people that are not moving you towards your goal, or even being spiritually tapped in. You know you are a religious person and you subscribe to a specific set of belief, but you are also still hanging around other people that don't believe in the same things as you. You don't have guides, mentors like your pastors or your spiritual guides that are 10, 20, 30 years ahead of you, guiding you towards your goal. If you want to achieve your goals at the end of the day, you need to have a system in place that is going to keep you in line. You need to have a system in place that is going to curate your environment to always achieve your goals. You need to have something put in place that is always going to capture you when you're falling and take you back to the direction that you want to achieve. Ultimately, I'm closing with this. Build a system of accountability in your life. Number one, from giving yourself no way out so that you can achieve your goal. Number two, committing with people that are going to drive you in that direction, that are also driving themselves in that direction. And number three, make things more simpler for you by getting people that have already achieved the goal that you want for yourself, that are going to show you some of the pitfalls that you might fall into, and you will be able to avoid those and not delay your ultimate goal. So if you do these three things and build this system of accountability, I can guarantee you that you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. Amomohwane.